We take you to Lockport now, where a Civil War hero finally has a headstone more than 100 years after he was laid to rest. Back in 1919, the combat veteran named Private Ryan was given an unmarked grave. But as our Niagara County reporter Derek Hyde tells us tonight, city leaders, historians, and family members helped make it possible to give his gravesite a name.
And right here is my great-grandfather.
For the past few years, James Justra Jr. has learned more and more about his great-grandfather, Thomas Ryan, specifically his upbringing in Lockport and his Army service for the Union in the Civil War for the 116th New York Volunteer Infantry Regiment.
And so I read about this regiment. It was amazing what they did. It fought in about 12 major battles. I don't know how you lived through all that.
Ryan served through the end of the war, spending the rest of his life in Lockport, where he died in 1919 and was buried in St. Patrick's Cemetery. But when James, who now lives in Florida, came to visit the grave, this is what he found.
It was a mess. Stones were half buried. There was a big stump here.
So with the help of Shelley Richards and the cemetery, they cleaned up the family plot. But when they unburied the headstones, they only found markers for Ryan's two wives. His name was printed on both, but for 106 years, he's had no headstone to call his own.
So you got a veteran without a marked grave, and that really motivated me to get involved with it.
James, who is an Army veteran himself, got to work, reaching out to the Department of Veterans Affairs, who this summer funded a headstone to place atop his grave.
It really warms one's heart because I feel closer to him. I know more about him. I never knew what he looked like. I still don't. I don't have a photograph of him, but I know a lot about him. Knowing what he had lived through, I felt that it was the right thing to do.
It took a century for a headstone to call his own, but there's more on the way. Saturday, November 8th will be Private Thomas J. Ryan Day in Lockport as the city honors him with a public ceremony.
Absolutely. We'd love to have a nice crowd. Hope the weather looks so beautiful like today.
The ceremony is at the cemetery at 10 a.m. Derek Hyde, 7 News, Lockport.
Great to see that, Derek. Thank you. If there's a story in Niagara County that you'd like to let Derek know about, you can just scan the QR code here or send an email to derek.hyde@wkbw.com.